If 100 people comment on this video, I'll color my hair grey. Now I'm much better. So if you want any dating advice, drop it in the comments. I'll help you out. Because Ashik is the real Ashik now. Feeling a bit low today.
But you look like very happy. What happened?
I look happy.
Yeah.
On the inside, I don't feel that great. I mean, a bit better compared to yesterday though. I'll tell you. I'll first write it down. I slept for almost 7 hours and 45 minutes. But the sleep quality was bad. I feel so tired physically and emotionally, again, not in a very good state for a heavy session. I don't even have the mood to push past my numbers that I did last week. I even forgot how I did this last week. I think I have to see the video again.
Was it correct?
Yeah, I think so. I could feel the muscle correctly. So, I'm not sure how many of you guys know, I run a coaching company called Primal Fitness. So, even though bodybuilding is my passion, I specifically focus on obesity management when it comes to my coaching business. So, I have a team under me who take care of the clients and I oversee the entire business. So, yesterday I had this situation. So, this prospect, this client, he joined on the 15th of November. And on 16th, we had the assessment call with him. And during the time we prepare the plan, we normally give out a pre-game plan just so that our clients can get started right from the very same day. And we take 2 to 3 days to prepare the plan, and the plan was delivered on the 19th. And this person tells us he's busy and he wants to hold the plan. And then a week later, he said, he didn't say anything. We reached out to him and we asked him if he started the plan. And then he didn't reply. We sent another follow-up message. He didn't reply. 2-3 days later, he said, sorry for the delayed response. Can I hold the plan for another week? And we reached out to him recently again. And then he said he wants to start on 4th of Jan. Now you just imagine somebody who joined on the 15th of November. It's past 15th of December now. And if he's starting on the 4th of Jan, it's almost like what, 2 months, and he still hasn't started. And I told him the maximum we could do is hold the plan for 14 days. So with that in place, the best we could do is move your end date 14 days beyond the current end date, which was somewhere around the end of Feb. And now this person comes and tells us that this is not very fair because he hasn't started the plan. So the situation is like, just to give you a better clarity, let's say today is 26th of December, I'm taking Netflix subscription, but I start watching Netflix only on the 10th of Jan. I cannot go and fight with Netflix that I started watching only on 10th of Jan, so extend my subscription till the 10th of Feb, right? He's talking about him not starting the program, and he's not even considering that we've put in the effort to see if he's doing anything, the effort we put in to prepare his plan, the effort we put in for his onboarding, and then he calls me irresponsible for that. I got so triggered by this yesterday. I was so off mood. Even today I'm completely off mood. This is another reason why I'm mentally not in the right place to train. Because of this, I couldn't sleep well properly. Last week, if you see, I averaged somewhere around 6.5 hours of sleep. But mentally, I was in a very good place. I was able to train well. But this week, I'm averaging between 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And yesterday, around 7 hours, 45 minutes of sleep. But then it was disturbed sleep. In my sleep, I was thinking of solutions on how I could handle this situation better in future, or if I have to bring new systems in my business that could eliminate this problem in future. So my sleep was completely disturbed, and that's translating into bad workout performance today. So my goal is to not push in terms of numbers today, but try to hit the same numbers as last week and focus more on the form. So I'll start with 65 kgs. Even no mood to do cardio in the morning today. So after I started doing cardio, like recently, as per my coach's advice, I have to keep my heart rate at 130 beats per minute. So I try to do it on my spin bike. The minute I finish my session, I could literally feel my heart rate racing. But today, I just did cardio because I have to do cardio. I normally stand and pedal, like I completely run out of breath. I go to that extent. But today I was sitting on the saddle for the entire 30 minutes, not pushing myself. The mindset was just to get it done. Take this as an advice, like even if you don't join my coaching program, like be it any coaching services, fitness or for your business, for your education, whatever it might be, effort is something that comes from your side. People can follow up, they can give you tips, they can give you ideas on how you can overcome certain problems from your day-to-day life. But end of the day, the responsibility is on you to take that advice seriously and execute it. If you fail to do that and you keep giving reasons to yourself and to the person you're working with, this will never work out. You'll be the one who is blaming and complaining all the time, and you'll end up wasting money. So if you think working with a coach is going to fix all your problems and you're going to achieve your goal no matter what, make sure the effort is also in line with your plan. And Devi thinks I look fresh today. Since you guys are seeing me, tell me if my face is looking fresh. And this is another thing about being a business owner. You'll see these kind of problems frequently, and you'll have to learn to detach emotionally from such problems. Earlier, when I started this company, it was so difficult for me. I would keep thinking about it and I'll not focus on anything else. But as time went by in this 1 or 2 years, I've learned to detach myself emotionally from such problems. It's been a while since I experienced something like this. So I got triggered so much yesterday. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's taking a bit more time today. So what happens is when you're emotionally triggered towards a problem and you constantly think about that, you'll stop focusing on other things that can actually contribute to the growth of the business. So let's say if I had like 3 or 4 sales calls today, and I keep thinking about this, my mind will be on the same problem when I'm speaking to the prospect on the sales call. I can't give 100% there, and at the same time, just thinking about this problem is not going to contribute positively in any way. So it's better to detach yourself emotionally from so many things, specifically when you're running a business. And I think it also applies for a lot of things in life as well. See, I could have, if I was emotionally so attached and if I sat at home thinking about, oh, this happened, what will that client think of me? What will happen to my business? How can I fix this? And if I sit at home, I wouldn't have done this workout today. So for me, completing my workout every day is something that is taking me towards my goal. For you, it can be something else. It can be practicing your sport, or let's say you're a developer and you spend like 1 hour of your time every day to work on your skills. And you're not doing that just because something happened in the office and you're emotionally impacted because of that. You will lose that 1 hour of practice, right? So don't let these small emotional issues impact your efforts, because 1 or 2 years down the line, this problem is not going to matter at all. But consistently putting in this effort will definitely contribute to my growth. Same thing for you also. I think as I'm speaking to the camera, my energy is also coming up. I'm venting out everything out of my heart. think I said that a bit too early. What plans for New Year, Devi?
No plan.
Work.
Work. Like right now, taking leave is also getting at least 8 hours.
That's the whole thing about keeping yourself occupied. Once you get used to keeping yourself occupied, staying idle, doing nothing becomes very difficult. Your mind will be somewhere, but physically, you're in
All
one
the
place not doing
all
anything.
the time I was like, this time I had to run the gym. We have to search.
Ah,
So how was like without camera working out for you?
for me,
Yeah.
it felt like a break. So that's, I think, like even in one of the previous videos, I said, right, like once you start a business, your holidays are not like how it is for everybody. Weekends means you can chill, weekdays means you work. You can only chill when you get the time, when your business allows you to chill. So
You can't
when
plan
Devi
those.
fell sick, business allowed me to get some free time. I finished workout in 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours.
Yeah, we'll finish it in 1.5 hours or today also. So this song is by Shaggy. You heard this song? It's called "You're My Angel" or something. So I had this crush on a girl after my 12th class got over, and I was sending her this lyrics. So at one point she was like, "Enough! Stop sending me these lyrics." So when I heard this song, it reminds me of that now. This one, and I don't remember what else I said. I think one or two Akon tracks. So back then, I used to listen to Akon like I was like an addict for all Akon songs.
Ashik was the real Ashik back then.
Ashik was a bad Ashik that time. Bad in the sense, not in a negative way. It was more of a one-sided thing. That's why. Poor skills is what I meant. Now I'm much better. So if you want any dating advice, drop it in the comments. I'll help you out. Because Ashik is the real Ashik now. Content is getting raw and real now. See, this is the most difficult part. You put small plates at the front. Now I have to go through two 15 kg plates to get to the 20s. See, this is another thing when you don't sleep well. You don't feel good pump also. My diet has been on point since morning. Ate good amount of carbs, salt, water, everything is on point. But I'm not able to feel a good pump when I'm working out. If your sleep is messed, it's not just your workout, even at work, your mental focus, it messes up a lot of things. So most people face a lot of hormonal issues, and in many cases the root cause almost all the time boils down to your lack of sleep. And when your sleep is not right, you also crave for a lot of food. Before I left from my home to the gym, I was like, eat one piece of chocolate. I was like, no. Because day before yesterday, I was watching TV and I have granola at home. It's a keto granola, so it's high in fat. I ate like 1 spoon, so I don't mix it in milk and have it. When I feel like having something crunchy, I just have 1 spoon. So I ate 1 spoon, then I had one more spoon. Then I started cherry picking all the peanuts from that. Then I took the whole tin, kept it next to me when I was watching TV, and I ended up eating like around 100 grams. So when your sleep is not, I mean, like, it doesn't always matter about the duration. If you don't get quality sleep, your hunger levels are always going to be high. So if you're trying to lose fat or if you're prepping for a show, it's easier to control your cravings if your sleep is good. You can avoid these unnecessary food thoughts. I finally deleted my, I didn't delete, I unsubscribed from Heavy. It's been almost 10 days or more. No more logging on app, just notes. It's not because I feel it's not worth the money. I just felt like I'm doing the same work 2 times, and I'm able to do more with the writing part because I'm able to go back and write my coach's feedback. In heavy, the only problem is I can write notes only when I'm recording the workout. I cannot go back to an old workout and say, I did this mistake, I have to correct it in the next session. So at this point, this makes more sense to me, and I thought I'll save that 300 rupees. Oh. We were just simply throwing in weights 2 weeks back, but after I started maintaining a neutral spine with some amount of isometric tension to hold that, even this weight is so heavy. Just imagine from doing 160, 170 kilos for 7 to 9 reps, I'm struggling at 100, 110 for 9 reps. I can feel all the effects of poor sleep. That mental drive to push weights is not there.
So when you said poor sleep, that means you are on the bed, but you are thinking something else. You are not
Yeah,
completely out.
I'm sleeping, but in my sleep, I can feel I'm constantly thinking about work.
So what is the real meaning of sleep? Is rest for physical rest or mental rest?
Both. Your brain is something that works 24/7, intentionally or unintentionally. Intentionally, you put it to work when you're thinking about something, you're creating something, when you're training. But even if you're sitting idle, for this entire machine to run, it's like a processor, right? It keeps running in the background. So you definitely need sleep. Otherwise, you'll easily stay awake and sit like this for 24 hours, 7 days a week. And your brain burns around 400 grams of carbs, glucose in a day. I think it's calories or glucose, I'm not sure. So your brain functions really well when you're on good amount of carbs. That's why most people, when they go on a zero carb diet or low carb diet, they feel that headache, tiredness, because that switch from going into a glucose based energy source to a non glucose based energy source, your body kind of fights against it. That's why you feel these cravings, headache, nauseous feeling, all these comes because of that. You want a bigger biceps, you put it through stress. That's why it's growing. You want to grow in life, you have to go through stress. Only then you will grow. Life lessons from bodybuilding part 2.
Man, this is part 180. That was 179.
So we had this series called Life Lessons from Bodybuilding. I forgot if it was 12 counts or 15 counts. Then I pushed myself to do 15. And when I came to note it down on the diary, I was just praying, please, it should be 15. Otherwise, I would have felt like I'm already low on energy. Why did I even push myself too much? When I told Akshar, stop avoiding stress, you have to go through stress to grow in life, I kind of feel like it's a lesson to myself at this point of time. From nowhere, I recalled it, and I feel like, okay, I should be glad that I'm going through this stress. Because for me, what I picture my company inside my mind is, I shouldn't hear any kind of complaints from my customer, and the satisfaction should be 100%. And it really pisses me off when people come and say, this was not done, or this is something that is missing. And the first thing I do is get it addressed. But again, there is no perfect company. Even if you're working, we run ads on Facebook. So there are problems at such big companies. So having problem in your business is something normal. But the vision I have inside my head is like that. I shouldn't have any complaints from my clients. So this is why it stresses me off when I come through these situations. I just noticed I'm getting a lot of gray hair in my beard. So my hereditary is My hereditary is, so genetically, I think that's a much easier word to say. In my family, like my dad's genes are like that. We get gray hair at a very early age. And I'm 32 now, like almost, like if you see, there's a lot of gray hair on my head. But in this year, the 2025, one of the things that happened is I started getting good amount of gray hair on my beard. But I just feel curious, like how would I look if I had like full gray hair?
Yeah.
I thought I'll even color once and see how it looks.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Okay, let's do a poll. If 100 people comment on this video,
then you don't want to.
I'll color my hair gray. This is going to be the hook.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shock my parents after that. I think even if I don't get 100 comments one day, and I also feel like I need one more cat.
Why?
I don't know. I think this is with everybody who has a cat. Their life will start with 1 or 2 cats. Then eventually, when time goes by, they'll want more cats. Only reason why I'm stopping myself from getting another cat is considering my travel. Now I'm fostering one of my friend's cat, and there's Casper. Now if I have to go to Coimbatore or if I go to Chennai, I have to take both the cats in car and go there. If I have one more cat, then it's going to be 3 cats and 2 people in the car. That's the only concern. Or I have to leave the cats at a foster home and just travel myself. But it will be a very difficult situation, right? Either you leave all the cats at the foster home, or you take all the cats to your hometown. This feels heavy today.
Yeah.
Hard to focus today. Yup. And this weight feels much heavier than it should. Whew.
This time your haircut is more sexy.
Haircut.
Yeah. You change the salon or what? Same salon?
Same salon, different barber.
Same.
This is what I ask every time. But different barbers
But it suits
understand
you.
it differently.
This stuff's also like
Yeah.
this.
That's why I've taken picture now. Last workout.
Red and 5.
I used to see my veins popping when I do these exercises. It's all hidden inside today. One more set. But I think it's still a good time because I started the workout at 2:05. Including warm up by 3:40, everything is done. So that's it, guys. We've come to the end of this video. Typical CTA. Do the honors, comment, subscribe, like this video.
And don't forget to comment.
Yeah.
100
Don't
comments.
forget. Yeah, tell me if I should color my hair. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.